Hi there, Christoph here. Finally gotten around to responding to PR 880, the navigation granularity. So thanks, Ben, for really pushing this super far. Just have a couple visual tweaks and maybe something to consider here. So going over the current thing. So this is what's in this PR right now. For anyone not familiar with the context, initially we basically just had here introduction, genesis, transacting, and outros, and then we didn't list the subpages. But that was hard for people to kind of figure out what's in there and navigate properly, so we added the subpages. But then, we have this weird thing about this numbering system. Do we number the sections or do we number the pages? And then how does that work, in the navigation in the content on desktop and on mobile here? So it's just gotten a lot more information dense because we have just, what is this here, like 15 pages instead of, or items instead of just 4. So here would be my proposal. Because it's more dense, I switched the fonts over and tightened up a bunch of the spacing here. So it would look a bit like this. So you can see it's not the, caveat font anymore, it's Nunito. I moved the icon to the left, so it's a little bit more compact. I removed the dividers. Moving the icon to the left also, that's where all the information is next to each other. That allowed me to remove the dividers because they were visually just got pretty busy. Switching up the font to be more practical, less expressive, allowed me to make it a bit smaller, and then there are various smaller spacing tweaks. And then everything that you haven't unlocked yet, it's also at 50% transparency, which also kind of pushes it in the background. Then the ones you've completed are at 75% transparency. So that creates kind of a subtle visual hierarchy. And then I did not, I moved the numbers over to the sections. And I would call them sections now. I think we use challenges, but if we have intro and outro, then they're really sections and not challenges. Clicking through some pages is not a challenge, right? And then you can always kind of very easily see like this is the one that you're supposed to look at. Then on desktop, so the comparison here, I basically just tweaked some of the visuals and used the same visual treatments here from the left. And then because intro and outro are now actual sections, we can also just have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I think the little arrow to the right, which I know were placeholders, what if we don't have placeholders, what would we actually put there? I'm not quite sure. There are no real icons for intro, outro. Putting text in there is kind of weird. Putting an O and I or so, also weird. So if we just keep the idea of sections here, and then pages in those, that seems like a pretty clean system. And then on mobile, this is also from the PR, I would basically use the exact same treatment. The text is a little bit bigger, so on mobile you just need things a little bit bigger and you need bigger hitboxes. These here on the left work great for desktop with mouse control, but when you're just tapping, you need a little bit more space. So it's color-wise, everything's same treatment, but spacing is a little bit bigger, font sizes are a little bit bigger. Now, alternatively, what we could use on desktop over here would be simply use the mobile nav. So, here we have those 4 sections at the top, and you hover them. Alternatively, we could just have this, which is basically what we have on mobile. But instead of, this overlay filling the whole screen, it's an overlay, right? It's and that's kind of it. I feel like this could be a decent approach for us, but just let me know, and that's it.